Speaker, yes.
And that was from public participation?
Yes.
And you've summarized those allegations against you at paragraph 48 of your affidavit at page E8 to E9?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you maintain that all those allegations against you seeking your impeachment are not true?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Now, in support of your defense, you are relying on all the witnesses you've called?
Yes.
You are also relying on your affidavit, which you have annexed to the bundle and filed to the honorable members of the Senate.
Yes,
page E1 to page E16.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
You are also relying on your personal statement that was also presented at page 162 to 172.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
You are also relying on the affidavits of Ann Misati at page 63 and the affidavits of Namuel Mwanga, Kennedy Kashaba, and Joseph Kwaro at page 118 to 120.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Together with all the annexes and the documents you supplied and the videos.
That is true, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, now did you listen to the testimony by Mr. Joseph Misati?
Yes, I did, Mr. Speaker.
And you recall that Mr. Misati explained that some 251,000 was given to you from his cooperative account?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
And he referred to the M-Pesa accounts?
Yes.
You adopt that testimony?
I do adopt that testimony, Mr. Speaker.
You also heard him say how money was pulled from his wife, Ann Misati, to the account of his son, Dennis Misati, and then passed on to your account, being a sum of 249,000. Do you adopt that testimony also?
Yes, I do.
Then the claim is that you received 800,000. The total of those amounts come to 500,000. What is your position about the balance of the 300,000?
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the balance of 300,000 is ununderstood to me, and I do not know anything about it.
Did you receive any 300,000 in cash at your office at the stadium?
No, never.
Mr. Joseph Misati and Dennis Misati?
No, Mr. Speaker, that has never happened.
Okay. Now, I just want to discuss a few things, then we move on. Could you confirm that at paragraph 16 to 24 of your statement, you have explained the issue of your receipt of the 500,000 that you just explained? Paragraph 16, page
E5.
Yes, page E5. To page E6. You've explained the issue of the sum of E5 to E6. You've explained the issue of the 500,000.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. The same way that Joseph Misati explained, isn't it?
That's true, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, so let me ask you a different question then from the testimony which you adopted. Let's move on then. What was the money for?
The money, Mr. Speaker, that I got from Mr. Misati was a refund of money that I had given him earlier.
And when did you give him that money?
I gave him the money in October, November 2022.
And so before this Senate, your position is that you are getting a refund of your money?
That's my position, Mr. Speaker.
And you have explained that in your affidavit?
That's what I've explained in my affidavit, Mr. Speaker.
Particularly paragraph 23 to 24, you've explained that it was a refund, isn't it?
That is it, Mr. Speaker.
At paragraph 26, you've explained the owner of the 500,000. Who was the owner of the 500,000?
The owner of the 500,000, Mr. Speaker, is Mr. Joseph Doyle Misati.
It belonged to Mr. Doyle Misati. Did it belong to Dennis? Is there any sense in which you could say it belonged to Dennis?
I heard about this mention of Dennis and this money from this impeachment motion, Mr. Speaker.
Okay.